All right.
Trying to be Kyria here.
We have Ryujin with Delightful Noble, Lilina 40 plus 10, 40 res. Ooh, plus res. I see a lot of plus attacks just to go for the one-shot kills. This is actually Special Spiral, but not AoE. Ooh, we don't see very many of those. Huh.
Viral Iceberg at 3 cooldown? How are you expecting to proc that consistently?
Yeah, that's the only issue.
And why are you trying to dual face? With a
Yeah,
death blow, too?
Lilina isn't fast enough to consistently double.
Consistently, she won't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She does have enough attack to get the bonus doubler buff from Legendary Eliwood if you're running her on a team with him, with some level of consistency.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Also, Rouse Speed Res. Please tell me you at least got something else from Duo Alm.
What else could you have taken?
Oh god.
Attack speed.
Why? Why?
Oh god. That came from either Garrick or Legendary Alm
I think it's
for the Darting Blow
If you see no follow up in there as well. If you see Panic, or I infantry, yeah. Okay, and I guess
Somebody is definitely a
Micaiah?
big fan of...
Blade 2, really?
This is Camilla. Brave Camilla.
Most likely.
Could also be Bernie.
Bonus doubler 1.
Yep, you killed Alm for bonus doubler 1 and speed rest 3. Why would you even do that?
Sudden panic.
Go Garrick.
Yeah.
Garrick for Darting Blow 4 it is, but oh boy, what? I guess why not? But why did you think you need Darting Blow?
You're definitely just killing things because you can.
So it's coming across.
Okay, well, you've done a lot for her, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's one way of putting it.
What was Garrick? You also put Infantry Pulse. Did you also kill Marissa?
Probably.
Infantry
was-
Rush 2, though.
4-star Brady. Which is just pointless, but okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna say, I think you should have gone for plus attack. And if you have Special Spiral, I'm sorry. It's the best thing on her is just the instant AoEs. Like that just decimates.
You will not be proccing consistent icebergs with this unless you're mage countering. It's just not point. There's no point unless you're running a full speed build. In which case, I recommend something like Swift Sparrow 3 or Darting Blow 4, since you already have it with Swift Sparrow on Seal. Then you might have something going if you go plus speed.
If you go plus speed, which by the way, Lilina's plus speed is a super boon. So if you're going down on this path, go for plus speed. Just it hits 35 speed, and then from there with whichever. Well, we already saw all the skills you have. You could get to mid 40s easily, if not higher, and still hit very very hard.
At that point, Spiral might be somewhat justified.
Yeah.
But only then.
Yeah.
I
mean, considering that Special Spiral problem, it either came from Keaton or Lewin, I'm guessing, considering we didn't see Life and Death 4 or Pulse Smoke.
Hope everyone is doing okay. If you have time, I would like your opinion or suggestions
if you killed
on my
Lewin,
bill.
you might as well kill his son, too, for speed rest.
9,072,549,104.
No, actually don't do that.
What did you just suggest that you instantly took back?
Come on, just take attack speed solo or go Darting 4. Don't bother.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I would say from what you're going with your hero, plus res doesn't really make sense anymore. You have so many more skills that go for plus speed or plus attack that you can use much better. And honestly, my honest suggestion of Lona is just instant AoE with like Special Spiral, Heavy Blade. Like it's just typical stuff. But you don't have to go that path because you clearly have other options available.
Rouse is there because of bonus doubler Eliwood. That's it.
But yeah, you easily have one of the best Linas I've ever seen. You just have to put the skills together. You already have all the skills. You just have to put them in the right combinations. Whichever one you pick. Yeah.
Put her on Eliwood's Blessing, please, so that they're on the same season at least.
The biggest thing that I find is a shame with your Lilina is that you're not using them in Ether Raid's defense, because this would give so many people so much trouble.
Oh yeah, Infantry Pulse, Spiral, Iceberg. That could actually, especially with Heavy Blade.
No assist skill, legendary Azur behind her, like stuff like that will just mess people up. This is a free kill basically. Anyways, that would be my suggestion. But yeah, one of the best Lilinas, you just have to put the skills together. This is odd between a plus attack combination, plus speed combination, or if you keep plus res, you know what? Don't even bother keeping plus res. I don't even see the point of plus res nowadays, because you only reach 40 after all that work. Like, you technically have something there with this in defense 4, but I don't think it's worthwhile. That's my favorite grow project. You have someone else who really likes this grow project here. Brunnya, 40 plus 10 plus 5. Oh wow. Wait. This feels like the one we saw last week. Didn't we see a close foil Brunnya?
I think we did.
Yeah.
There was a close foil Brunnya, but it was from a different user, and there was a steal applied as well. Overall, very solid for enemy phase.
I think this is one of the better Brunyas I've seen, although Glacies will be an eternity to proc.
Yeah. Switch out the special for something a little bit faster, or maybe something with sustain if you want her to be a persistent tank.
Which Light Season would imply.
God friggin' damn it. What is with all of you people putting blue flame on everything? This entire stream, it's just been on everything.
Owain's free now and it's Wrath.
Except she can't get Wrath because she's a tome user.
So what's the point?
L2 is the only tome
Brunnya,
that can use Wrath.
Because I think Owain has Attack Death Bond as his other option, which is just no.
Yeah, that is the other option.
Okay, well, I'll just say this. I think you have something really good here. Lull attack speed is one of the perfect things on her, because her speed, if Fimbo vents her triggers with lull attack speed, she will actually find herself doubling quite a few heroes. Lull attack is really important on her as well. Close foil, sturdy stance, really stretches her defense out. Her defense is actually 7 plus 5, 38. 42. Her defense is actually 42.
Yeah, that's gonna take a few hits.
So yeah, great combination there between close foil and lull attack speed, and I think the sturdy stance is a good touch. I do think you might want to consider going for speed and defense. Is there such a thing?
That would be steady stance.
Oh yeah,
steady posture.
Steady posture, right?
Yeah, there is. I think you might want to try that instead. I know more damage is nice. It's always nice. But your speed is like on the cusp of always doubling back naturally. So I would just go for that.
Yeah.
With one copy of Peony on...
No? Okay.
Yeah, once she takes a single hit of damage, this Brunnya will reach an effective 47 speed. If you put in steady posture, then that gets her up to 51.
That's pretty consistent.
Yeah. And that's just with one copy of Peony. Add another 55 after she's been hit.
Not forgetting Brunya's existence. Not Brunnya. Air.
Yeah. Air would boost her up to 47 res, which is actually quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely suggest noon time so you have more sustain.
Okay.
If you're going to use her as a sweeper, but that's about it.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, switch to special, and my personal suggestion is sturdy posture. But you can decide whether you need to attack more. But I think getting a second attack back is much more important than just slightly more attack. Oh boy, this is really nice. Nice to see Kana. Wait, holy crap.
Ooh.
You did all this for a neutral Kana. Damn.
What?
She's still pretty solid.
She is still solid. Neutral's actually not a bad IV on her, because she actually kind of needs all stats.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what stat she takes.
No.
But I'm surprised. You got 3 Kanas and you ended up with neutral IVs. That's sad.
It happens.
Yep.
As far as higher merges go, I would think that plus res might be one of her better options to patch things up a bit, because that is a super boon.
It is. I learned that the hard way.
Yep, that is her only super boon as well.
It says all 3 were neutral. You are cursed.
Oh wow.
You're absolutely cursed.
Well,
how?
Hold on. Well,
what are the chances of that?
Hey, Nim's back with another Brunnya moment. 6,471,863,896.
Separate from each other. 2 of them were on her banner.
I've maybe pulled 4 neutral units ever.
Yeah, like neutral units are hard to pull. The statistics of getting an all neutral unit versus any other combination, you're already like it's super rare to get a neutral unit, is what I'm trying to say.
Let alone 3 copies of the same one.
You're cursed.
So
there's
you're
no better way
cursed
of
in
saying
the
it.
worst or best possible way.
Yep.
Alright, but quickly to illustrate why Kana is super good, if you guys forgot what Sun Dragonstone does, if foe initiates combat or if a bonus granted by a skill like Rally or Hone is not active on foe, in other words, this is basically guaranteed. Grants attack speed, defense, res plus 4 to unit during combat. So you can use this offensively as well. Cackle sandwich using the lower of foe's defense or res, the standard amounts as well. Additionally, inflicts attack speed -3 on foe and neutralizes foe's bonuses to attack and speed during combat. To have a lull as your special refine is one of the most beautiful things in this game. Like, my biggest issues with lull is always that it takes your beast slot away, but if you could just refine and get it, so good.
And Hawkeye are the only ones with lull as a refine. And then Altena is the only other one with it built into the weapon as well.
Yeah, very small company. All of those heroes, well, I'm not so sure about Hawkeye. 2 of those heroes at least
is really good.
Are pretty damn amazing.
Hawkeye actually becomes a really good mixed tank with that because you don't need anything but the attack defense.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. You don't have to blow stack if you want to do more with that.
Okay, Legion. I think the 5 Hawkeye guys. Users out there.
I've actually used a few of them in Voting Gauntlet already.
Yeah, okay.
They're clean.
Stacking low attack defense on Hawkeye turns him into much more of a tank than he really has any right to be.
No, yeah. I know that. I'm just saying, like Combe, for example, is the only guy I know who uses Hawkeye at +10. He's like a super good unit, but nobody will ever use him, so no one gives a shit.
Fair enough in that regard.
Yeah. The other 2, though, I think people use Kana a lot more, of course. Altena a lot more.
If anybody has her.
Yeah, well, she's also kind of rare. But, no, I like this a lot. Even though you did all this for a neutral Kana, it's super good. Because Sun Dragonstone is just super good. Makes her really good at counterattacking. But also, if they have no buffs, you can just use it offensively, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, they can only buff their defense and res to fail this on the player phase condition. Which isn't as bad because you're tanking more.
It's actually really interesting in that perspective because even if they buff for attack and speed, that's why the special refine is a must here. You cancel it out so it doesn't count as a buff, and then it can still trigger. Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, +40 all stats, so 32 res, 40 defense, 42 speed, and 54 attack. With the Sun Dragonstone's lull attack speed triggering, that also increases your speed to 45 natural. And your defenses by another 3, so this is 43 and this is 35, very solid. This is defense on top of that, so 42 res and 49 defense at this point. What the heck?
Yeah,
that's so good.
And the foe can't buff their attack at all.
They cannot buff their attack.
Kana starts getting crazy tanky.
That's the one thing she's key at, is tanking. Her attack isn't the most impressive. It's not bad, but it's not impressive. But her bulk is pretty terrifying, especially considering her speed.
Her attack is actually deceptively high too.
Dirty, dirty lie.
Yeah, her attack's already 54 with Sun Dragonstone. That's not bad.
No, here's the thing. Like, again, because she's targeting lower defense or res, she's getting the best possible situation against mages. And up close, all the heroes generally have lower res than defense. It's been a trend forever. Very few heroes break that trend, but generally speaking, 54 attack is more than 54 attack. Like, in effect,
it'll do a pretty good chunk. Especially considering you're spiral spamming your special. But I wouldn't suggest either. That's very janky.
Yeah.
If we ever get lull defense res as a B skill that can be inherited, just give it to Kana.
Plain and simple. That'll become her, it'll be her B slot when it happens, if it happens.
But she can only use Ether.
What?
She can only use Ether, though.
Why?
Is that not true?
What do you mean?
Well,
Yeah,
in terms of scoring, sorry, that's what I should say.
Oh yeah, she can only use ether because or blue
flame, but blue flame is
more
I
like
mean,
blue
in fairness
garbage.
to blue flame, that would actually be if you're looking because then it would only be one cooldown after combat. You get attacked, you proc blue flame.
No,
I'm not sure, but yeah.
I kind of like ether because at 3 cooldowns, it just becomes they attack, you attack. Sorry, they attack, you attack, you attack is what it should generally be, and then you just hold ether for next battle.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're going to look for more efficient, then you go blue flame because then they attack, you retaliate with blue flame. But it's a bit expensive, and I'm not sure if the turnout will be enough.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
That said, I'm not even sure you want to use this for scoring because it's a +2 5-star locked unit that doesn't see many banner focuses. Then you have reposition.
Well, they already did ether. Yeah. The other option, of course, is bonfire because you have enough defense to pull it off. But that's it. Astral Daughter, it's not even my fault. It says Astral Daughter. My brain was on something and it brought up daughter in it. Okay. Okay. Anyways, 40 plus 7, 5 flowers. 43 HP, 60 attack, plus attack variant. 48 speed, 30 defense, 34 res. Astral Breath, reposition noon time. DC defense, wrestling, joint drive attack, and IOT shield. Didn't we see this before? I swear we did.
Base kit with DC, IOT, and noon time.
I swear we saw this before.
Clean. Really good archer
overall,
check. You have 35 defense, 41 with Def Res Link.
Mm-hmm.
Plus you have Astral Blessing. I think Naga's defense.
Yep.
You'll be fine. Tanking archers, and your sustain should be going through the roof.
Hold on.
Nothing to complain about here.
Hold on. It says maybe you can be more open-minded. I thought that was open-minded. All these things coming into my mind would not happen if I'm not close-minded.
Shut up and focus.
Okay. I thought it was open-minded. All right, whatever. The only thing I think Mad Crash would say is put shove on, because consider shove, because I think shove might actually be better, just to teleport in and shove out.
Since she'll just be going leapfrog ahead of her support target. Repo is only going to really help if you're... Nah, it actually probably won't help in any real circumstance.
Yeah.
Yep. Teleport her closer to the enemy line and then shove her ally slightly away. And, well, there you go. She's keeping everybody safe.
She'll sweep everything with bonus especially. And I imagine she probably already is.
Yep. Biggest thing to watch out for is Thracier.
Oh yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah, that's probably your biggest.
Anti-dragons, green mage, built for killing her.
Yeah. Also, Lilith's HP is not especially high.
Oh, not especially low, all things considered, but it's not the highest.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
With bonus and 2 mythic heroes that are there with her, it only reaches 63.
It's not bad.
With this build as is.
It's not bad.
No.
Honestly, once you're pushing 50s, you're pretty okay, considering 60 plus in each defense res stat, potentially.
Yep. In order to get around the new level cap for the Panic Manor, you would basically have to run her with 4 mythic heroes and have her on bonus.
I wouldn't be so worried about Panic. Yeah, just don't run as many visible buffs, seeing as how she's already a drive bot of sorts. You're probably fine.
Yeah.
One sec. I just want to say, hey, Mason Lee, just double checking. You're the guy who wanted to feather off Minerva because you thought you had to pull for her, right? Because you were really against this game adding more characters that were females. I am remembering you correctly, right? I'm pretty sure I remember you from that, because it stood out to me, because it was just like, you didn't watch the video because you thought you had to pull for Minerva, and then you started going on a tangent of how this game kept having like so many females, and you were like, I'm not pulling for any females. And I'm foddering off all females. Like, yeah, I'm like, what the heck? This is the most insane thing.
I mean, statistically speaking, you're correct. The female ratio is higher. Still, what?
You know what? I'm actually gonna double check. I don't like calling out fans or anything. Though I'm surprised because I'm pretty sure I said how stupid that was, that you're still watching. But let me see.
Oh, there's my ratios.
By the way, guys, I'm not even sure if this is like his actual opinion. It sounds like a troll opinion to me. I'll just be frank. All right. Hero of Prophecy of put Mystic Boost on him. There you go. That's a suggestion.
If you don't have it, it's still good though. Maybe consider some recovery somewhere, like a healer. Eric, healer though. Mystic Boost if you can get it though, because always the best.
Honestly, I don't see the point of LoL attack defense. If you do double death flow, whatever you attack should die.
If you just can't survive. Like, sorry. If you don't kill in 2 shots, which is entirely feasible. You still only have, what now, 59, 65 attack? Times 2. You might not kill some things. But reasonably, I would run Heavy Blade at that point with, like...
Yeah, for fast
honestly,
Moonbow.
if you're really killing Dragon's Ruptured Sky, but Moonbow works.
Mm-hmm.
Mystic Boost, of course, and I would hope that plus speed is because you didn't have any other options. But
yeah.
If you really want to go with it, then Swift Sparrow might be fun.
He can quad, right? No, he can't.
It's possible that this Alm has...
He can quad.
He can quad without Windsweep. But it is possible that this Alm is one that Sly has had for quite some time when plus speed on Alm was significantly more viable.
Well, it made sense with this kit. Didn't necessarily mean it was viable. He only had 30 speed.
Wait, if you can quad and you had plus speed, why don't you just go for Swiss Sparrow instead?
Because eventually you get plus attack and you switch back to the build that's conventional.
All right, fair enough.
Also, he can't do the desperation quad.
Yeah, you gotta get hit in the middle.
Here's the thing. I value close foil. I actually think close foil is so much better than distant foil. So much better. Just because of the frequency of fighting heroes that are melee versus archers. Because archers are like half the time they're fire sweep. The other times they're like just too ridiculously strong. Like
Leaf,
alms or whatever.
Crom, Alm.
Distant foil still provides that stat boost against melee opponents.
It does.
Other than dragons.
It does.
It does.
But often enough I see these on offensive heroes. Like Alm I think is an offensive hero.
Oh yeah. He most definitely is.
Mm-hmm. So honest suggestion is you wasted it because honestly the best Alm build is come on, the best skill on him is Send skill.
I mean, yeah. If you're looking for something different, then this actually doesn't... It's not half bad because his res is terrible. It's god-awful.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Deathblow 4? You have Send skill. What is the point?
You kill his wife for that one.
What is the point?
Honestly, Send skill Wrath isn't a half bad option because you're chipping yourself into Wrath range. Though I am not entirely against Distant Foil. If only because he can make a pretty good archer check.
And did you seriously
9 defense?
Did you seriously get 3 neutral alms as well? Earlier in the stream, we got someone with 3 neutral Kanas, so why not 3 neutral alms?
Otherwise, if you got like plus res, plus HP, I'd rather just take the neutral merge.
Oh, sure, I guess. Anyways, this is super sad. Deathblow 4 is not necessary at all. Send skill is actually way better than Deathblow.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so it was just wasted.
Yeah, that one's wasted.
DC and distant foil, bruh.
No, you're just kind of fun.
I take DC, by the way, because archers are too damn rare. I know distant foil for defensive usage, but if you had to pick one, I would go for DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Man, this is a mess. Ooh. Here, the best build ever I've seen on Alm guys is Wrath, Wudao, Send skill, and with a fast special.
Triggering multiple. The more true damage you're doing, the better.
Yeah.
Realistically.
You just delete everything in one shot.
Yeah, but again, not the worst option, honestly. I can dig it. It's just a little weird.
Oh yeah, you're right. It also works on daggers, but here's the thing: daggers are relatively rare too.
Daggers are rarer than archers.
So, I know you have a point there, but it's not it's not very meaningful.
Especially if you're in ether raids. Mages are the meta.
Yeah. It's sorry. Between close fall and distant fall, close fall, tons of usage, tons of coverage. Distant fall, very minimal coverage in
arena. It might be better because, frankly, there are more ranged physical units than ranged magical units in upper arena. But this is for arena assault, if anything. So
yeah,
I wasn't sure about that.
Yeah.
One
again,
thing about
his A skill is already so good, being Sen skill. That's it. So sorry, what is Macrash?
One thing about this particular build is if roused attack defense is active, then this Alm actually gets up to 60 defense in total because Draco Falchion provides +5 to everything. If Naga is on the team, then that's 65 defense, which is frankly absurd.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah, he'll be a physical. So, he'll be physical. He'll basically turn into Rinka, if we're being totally honest.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll have more attack than Rinka, but he's basically Rinka.
Yep, and then he's also reaching 46 speed under those conditions.
Mason Lee says Python is underpowered because he's male. Come on, dude.
Python is actually a pretty solid counter
Python's
to
a good
Legendary
check.
Crom.
Yeah, he's fucking males. Literally, Forsyth is on that banner.
Come on, man. You
Forsyth
can't just...
is the king of sustain.
Dude, you have to stop looking at the game like that. I can't tell if you're trolling or if you're serious, but I'm starting to think you're serious as well. You can't look at the game like that. Come on. There are good male characters. We're looking at one right now. It's just it's
I mean,
not...
we also voted this one in, but yeah.
Well, sure, but there are tons of good male characters. It's not just females will always be. There are also tons of shitty female characters, by the way.
Statistically speaking, there are more meta females than males.
Of course, true.
But I mean, that's also part because gotcha. But you can't just look at it as complete and total favoritism towards the females because there are still plenty of good male units.
I know.
In fact,
and you also have to look at it from the sides of things, because look, the most recent banner we just got, I would argue Young Marth is the best value for players.
Like, best value for anybody, realistically.
Best value for anybody, realistically.
I'll go on a limb here and say that I think Merrick is the strongest lasting of the 3 5-star locks there.
That too.
That's a hot take for some people, but I'll take that stance.
No, I believe that stance too. He's really good. So it's not males are always worse. Like, you might view it as, wow, Marth is not as good as Shida, but Marth being a 4-star focus and having his BST goes a long way in the future as well. So no, I'm just saying, don't take the stance of male bad, female good. This game just throwing it on to them female. Moving on, Inush. Oh god.
I'm afraid. I see the bouquet. Bow.
Oh god, what is this? Why did you?
Your IV hurts. It hurts right here. I am sorry.
That's very unfortunate to see.
If it's a mage ball, honestly, Sorcery Blade might not be a bad idea.
I'm also just gonna say this.
Hot take.
Sorcery Blade is hot garbage.
Not if you're using your own mage ball with Wings of Mercy, because then she'll pretty much always be next to mages.
Okay, I get that. This is probably the best case scenario with Sorcery Blade. 100%.
I usually don't recommend it, but this might be one of the only times where I do.
I don't recommend Sorcery Blade ever. Even if you manage to target the lower of defense or res of any character that you're fighting, it's still 47 attack. I guess the attack speed bond and the bouquet bow.
40.
Yeah.
It'd be 56 attack with this kit.
56 attack. It does go a long way. Decent enough chance to double. You hit 44, I guess. But still, I don't suggest it. It's Sorcery Blade. I tried using it. Alright, I tried. I have Yogurt. She's like, what, +8? I've tried using Sorcery Blade. It works so bad.
I mean, you also probably aren't using a mage ball, if I'm being...
Here's the thing. I tried her in Ether Raids with it, with Nino right behind her. It didn't work. It didn't work at all.
But I mean, if you like running, for example, Thrasier, Lilina, Ophelia composition, the more mages there are, the less likely she's going to fail to proc it. Especially with Wings of Mercy, so that she's swooping in after the mages have already done their work. It can really catch people off guard and get some very Very upset kills.
I would make the argument in those cases that you would have gotten a kill anyways. Sorcery Blade is lower.
Very heavily skewed to one or the other.
Okay, I guess so. If you fight an armor hero, I guess, or something like that. But yeah, outside of that, it's armor hero with really high defense and really low res. But outside of that, it's very like specific where it works. And here's the thing. Sorcery Blade in a lot of situations might be doing little to nothing or just like, yeah, little to nothing.
I prefer to take the gamble, honestly, that she'll just completely wreck where you don't want her to.
Okay, that's interesting. I wouldn't. But
it really does catch people off guard because you're not thinking about it. If you're belittling Sorcery Blade and then suddenly you get killed by it, oops.
Yeah. But here's the thing. The reason why I'm so against it is because I'm someone who used Sorcery Blade. I try to make it work. It was hot garbage. It was just like, what is the point of this? I stopped using it after like a couple of weeks of it. I was just like, yeah. When it first came out, I was super excited about it. I was like, this is really cool.
I was really excited for it too.
Yeah, but then after using it
myself, and I can definitely attest to it. It's not that helpful when you're using it yourself. In fact, it's very unhelpful with Ilger because she's not really designed to be adjacent at all times. If anything, she's the forerunner of the team.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's why I kind of don't mind it with Neffy, because she's the one who's supposed to swoop in.
Yes, definitely. So I think this is the best case scenario. I think this is a better usage scenario than Yogurt by far. And I think this is the best chance of you making it work. It's just that I think you needed a better IV Neffany.
Oh, you definitely did. And I feel very sorry.
Yeah, at minimum. Because I think at 47 attack, it just doesn't quite work. If you had plus attack or just better IVs in general, yeah. Prime. Sniper in the Dark Clarice. This is your best case scenario until she gets her refine, which funny enough, her bow, she has her bow technically, is just hot garbage.
It's actually not that bad.
You think it's not bad? Okay, well.
Attack speed smoke.
Okay, I guess. I think it's not useful at all. I think she needs something to help her.
There are worse options, definitely.
But Spendthrift, I think, is probably the best case scenario for her because she actually has a decent amount of defense and res. I mean, it's not great.
Unfortunately, the thing that sucks, besides the fact that she's more available, Fallen Takumi is strictly better.
Oh yeah, Fallen Takumi is better. Norn's better.
Fallen Takumi has Scotty, which is
it's the fact that
gimmicky,
Takumi
but also very powerful.
It is.
It's the fact that Takumi has the same stats, but 4 more res.
Yeah, but often enough, when people make Clarice, it's because they're a fan. That's it.
Oh, I know there's a fandom for Clarice.
Yeah, it's weird.
As a Legion fan, I very much know you guys exist, and I respect you people.
Yeah.
I also have plus 10 Clarice, but I do not have the gall to go this far, so I respect this build.
Right. There are quite a few masochists out there who like Clarice, so I also... Yeah, she treats you like shit. I get it. But yeah, 40 plus 10 plus 10, this is maxed out. I do agree this is the best case scenario. We did a feature before for Clarice, and I think we went with Bouquet Bow as her best bow. But of course, that's changed. And I do agree Bouquet Bow was her best bow. But Spendthrift...
Still up there.
Yeah, it's still up there. But I think Spendthrift is better. Because Clarice's speed just gets a bit, like, unnecessary. I mean, it reaches 50. But yeah, this is way more better. The extra 7 attack... She needs more attack, that's what I'm trying to say. And the reduction on damage taken goes a long way as well.
Ironically, Heavy Blade's better.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, Spendthrift Bow makes any unit that has it a much better candidate for Heavy Blade than Flashing Blade.
It's like you have 70 attack going in here, let's not forget.
Yeah, because you gotta keep in mind you're dropping your attack on the opponent as well, so the gap is even larger.
And then it's also anima, so you probably have an extra 3. Yeah, no, I'd switch to Heavy Blade, as contrary as that might seem. And that's really about it.
Alright, yeah, that's about the only thing I do.
Spendthrift Bow is absolutely insane as a weapon. The fact that it can make Heavy Blade work on a unit with 48 visible attack, like Norn can end up, is just absolutely insane.
The fact that that was an inheritable bow is honestly just absurd. But I love it.
Okay, yeah, I should rephrase it. Her res is shit. Her defense isn't great. It's decent enough at plus 10 with Spendthrift Bow. There you go.
Yeah, her bulk is not her biggest feature.
Yeah, if you want to salvage this, you kind of have to go Spendthrift. At Bokebo, it's okay at like this at +10, but outside of that, no, you kind of have to. Spend for foes your best option. It's huge.
Yeah.
She kind of needs it.